I'm a loose swimming virgin.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
you're not scared of us, Kieron, you know us. So, 2 years old, two of them at 2 years old.
I was going to say it's the most amazing thing in the world, but it's the hardest.
I was going to say, you look very well, though.
Thank you.
Both of you.
It's all the makeup.
Oh, is it?
Are they doing a bit of terrible twos?
She's a diva, isn't she?
Yeah, she likes pink.
It's so hard, though, isn't it? He's a little dream, although he's a climber, jumps off everything. We still got cots at the minute because we tried to take the sides off, then it was trying to get the suitcase out the wardrobe, packing bags, because we take them on holiday all the time. But they're just completely different, but amazing.
But adorable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable. And it was quite a long journey for you, wasn't it? Because you used a surrogate and you had, I believe, 2 failed attempts.
Yeah, so it was third time lucky. We used a surrogacy centre. There's loads of centres out there. There's forums online where you can research what to do. We were paired up with a family, a husband and a wife and her kids, and they wanted us and we wanted them, and then we start the journey. And, yeah, third time lucky it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, hard when it doesn't happen. We all know, you know, we're talking to lots of people who have IVF. It's very tough. How much did you get to know the family, and how important was it to you to know the surrogate mother and her husband?
We always wanted to make sure that we had that emotional connection, not just, obviously, with our children that she's providing, but with her and her family as well. And we did. We got on with her children, her husband as well. It was just quite a nice connection to have beforehand.
When you, as the children grow up, do you think you'll still maintain that connection?
Yeah, we always said every year.
Or do you think there'll be gradually you'll get...
Every year we said when it's their birthday, like we had the second birthday, May, she came up to the birthday party and she saw them and we say, this is your surrogate mummy, she's amazing, look what she did for us. The kids say, we got 2 daddies, we've got 2 daddies. And now they also say, we've got a surrogate mummy.
And what do they call you? Do they call you both Daddy, or...
I'm Daddy, he's Dada.
Yeah.
But when they want to wind us up, he's Kieron and I'm Carl.
So have you faced any obstacles being a same-sex couple, new parents and everything? What obstacles have you faced?
When you're walking down the street, if you've got a double buggy and it's twins, people are like, oh, there's twins. Then they'll be like, oh, there's 2 dads pushing twins. And then, oh, there's a guy off the telly. So it's like a triple whammy of looks off people. And some people look down, like, not down on you, but what would you say, like, patronising?
But hang on, where is this in the country? Is this in London or is it...
It's anywhere, aren't about in restaurants, walking down the street, in Spain.
But
what about in restaurants and things? Do you think the facilities yet are geared for same-sex parents? As in, it seems to be like changing rooms are still very much in...
At first,
toilets,
yes, when we were going to restaurants and stuff, lots of the facilities where you would change the baby's nappy seemed to be in the women's toilets, and we would be like, well, we need to change our babies and we can't go with the women's. So they're like, oh, well, we don't know what to do. So it was getting to points where some of the waiters or waitresses would stand outside the female toilets while we're in there quickly changing.
And there'd be lots of angry women just stood there in a line waiting to get in.
Do you think is it gradually changing? And I mean, things like this that you come on and talk about it for a start.
Yeah, we are
helps
noticing a difference.
raise awareness.
Yeah, I think, obviously, like, new restaurants, bars and things now,
there are
they
so
catering.
many more same-sex couples having children now than, you know, even 5 years ago. So it is changing, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, it's becoming a lot more relevant and a lot more people, like you say, same-sex couples are having children. It's...
Something that hasn't changed is surrogacy law. So I was quite astounded when I read this.
Yeah.
So despite you've met with the surrogate and that's she's having the baby for you, for at least 6 months, I believe, her name and her husband's have to be on your children's
on the birth certificate, yes. So once the babies were born, we had to go and sign the birth certificates, and when we got in there, it had to be our surrogate's name first and then her husband's second because they were married. And we were like, we had the documents and saying, well, we know it's whose semen it is, it's not his, so we're fraudulently writing this name on this document, but we had to do it legally, even though they knew we were lying, and that's how it has to be for 6 months, because then she's got 6 months to change her mind to decide whether or not she wants to get the babies back.
That's a long time, isn't it? 6 months?
Yeah.
How much does that worry you, that she could...
We trusted her, like, implicitly, and she was amazing, and we're not saying... obviously, it does happen.
Well, and there is always that niggle in the back of your head, don't get me wrong, as much as you completely 100%, there is always that thought of, actually, this could just turn around.
When I read your story, this is the current storyline on The Archers on Radio 4.
Right.
Yes, that the gay couple who, Adam and Ian, have had a baby with a surrogate, and the other people, the other relatives, are worried that the surrogate mother might take the baby back.
And we get the surrogate's name needs to be on the birth certificate, but
Yeah.
I don't
the
understand the husband's name. I don't understand.
So are you going to Parliament or something?
We've been asked to go to Parliament to, like, say what walls that we faced, what we came up against, what could change. Like, for instance, when we was at the hospital, the midwife was saying that handover, which sounds awful, can't happen on the premises. It has to happen in the car park of the hospital.
Really?
Wow.
Just things like that. Comments on social media saying, like, those kids need a mum, it's not right. So I feel like we're not sat here being, like, poster boys for it, but we're just trying to say that just because we love each other, why do people think that we shouldn't be parents just because we're two boys?
And I understand you got some criticism also on social media about the fact you used a surrogate and not adoption.
Yes. So our passion about this is we wanted to try and have biological kids first, and the first thing that we face off people is, like, why not adoption? But if you was to have a baby with your partner, your friend wouldn't be like, why aren't you adopting?
Yeah.
It's not the first thing they'd say to you, but it's the first thing that they say to us.
So with everything that you've been through, has this put you off having a number 3, possibly? Or is
No,
there
Phoebe and Chase have put us off number 3.
Sleepless night.
Yeah.
We did say that within the first 18 months we'd be definitely having another one, but I think we're just going to put it on hold.
Quiet.
Just for now, yeah. Apparently 3 teenagers coming up, so we'll see what happens after that.
Listen, we know you're on Hollyoaks. I mentioned Hollyoaks at the top. They weren't here to talk about Hollyoaks, but Hollyoaks have been nominated again for a National Television Award, on the long list. Loose Women have been voted again on the long list, OK? But, of course, we want to be on the short list. That's what we want. And to be on the short list, we need your help. Voting is open for this year's National Television Awards, so we really would like your help. And we have got 2 little supporters already for the cause, OK? Have a look at these 2.
Should everybody vote for Loose Women? I'll take that as a yes. I thought you were going to vote Loose Women. He must be a fan of This Morning. I thought you wanted to vote Loose Women.
They're adorable. So Phoebe very on board with Loose Women. Chase maybe not so much. But we'd love a vote. We really would love a vote from you. Details of where you can do that are on the screen right now. We don't mind begging. Anyway, thank you both. It's lovely to see you.
Thanks for having us.
Kieron and Carl, everybody.